Welcome to Advanced Workout Bite number 4. We're going to be doing 3 main exercises today following our warm-up. We're going to be doing a very challenging version of the overhead squat. We're going to be doing some single leg squats, and we're going to be doing a version of a headstand push-up. Not quite a headstand push-up, but leading up to it. Let's get started. Workout, a rope tie, or ideally an elastic. A rope tie will work okay, and a chair as well. And other than that, that's it. So here we go. Let's get started. Our favorite, out-in hops, watching that the knees don't collapse. Bear with me. I'm just going to start my watch here and make sure that we stay on target of our time. Nice out-in hops. If you feel like you've got the range to go ahead and start, I want you to go drop right down to the ground. Touch the fingertips right down to the ground. If you need to stay a little more shallow before you warm up to that deep range, that's fine too. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. And I want you to step into a lunge position. Hands inside that foot. Push up, switch legs. Back, switch legs. Back, and switch legs. Good. Again, this is the advanced workout, but if you feel you need a little bit more warm-up time than what I offer here, go ahead and do your fundamentals 2 dynamic warm-up before this. Okay, advancing this movement. Stay here if you need to, but if you can, you need to go up under your fingertips for this, and I want you to switch in midair. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the side, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hands flat if you can, or stay in the position that I am. Going for a total of 20. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet stay forward. Sumo squat to stand. So you're going to grab onto your toes. Try to keep your shoelaces or your toes pointing forward. Use those elbows to push out the knees. And you're squatting down. Nice flat chest. When you come up, slide the shoulder blades down and then drop down into a nice hamstring stretch. So groin stretch there, hamstring stretch, release the spine. Making sure every time you're in the little frog position, shoulders set down and back. Let's go 4 more. 1, getting warm. 2, 3, and last one. 4. Good job. Okay, nothing would be complete without a good dynamic glute stretch. So cross one leg over the top of the other. We won't do too many of these. Getting a good glute stretch. Get ready in a second to grab that rope tie or elastic ideally. When you do the next movement with that rope tie, make sure only go with the range that you comfortably feel you can. If you've got the elastic, you can push a little bit further because where your muscles limit you, the elastic will give. Last one here on the glute. Grab that elastic. Hands a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Wider if you've got the rope tie, and then walk them in. So what I want you to do is find a distance where you can bring that elastic or rope tie all the way back, and then if you can, only do it if your range allows you, forward and back. So if you've got elastic, walk your hands in so you feel really good, nice stretch, but you can still comfortably do it. If you've got the rope tie, you're probably going to have to go a little bit wider in order to get that full range. 2 more of those. 1, and last one. 2, and now we're going to take it into a full circle. Full circle. 1, 2, really warming up those shoulders. 3, and 4. Here's the challenge. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so getting into our first exercise. What I need you to do is you need to go right up against the wall and clasp one hand right over top of the other. And get your toes starting about a foot away from the wall. If you feel like you're going to collapse backwards, move away from the wall. If it seems too easy, get closer to the wall. So hands right on top, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're squatting all the way down, trying to get our bum below the knees. So I've got right hand over left, and do 10 repetitions, right hand over left, and then I'll do 10 with left over right. Core nice and tight. So again, if you can, as close to that wall as possible without tipping over. Last one here before we switch. That's why we have to do that shoulder opener. We want the shoulders nice and open. You're ideally trying to keep those toes straight ahead. They may flare out just a little bit like mine do. Ideally, they're not. Toes straight ahead, but knees can drive out beyond those toes. Keep the depth. 3 more here. 1, 2, and every set, we're doing 3 every set. Our goal is to move a little bit closer to the wall. Okay, grab your chair. We've got fairly rapid 12 single leg squats aside. So the idea here is that we're really working the range on that overhead squat facing the wall. And then in case your legs didn't get to work quite hard enough, you can throw in your quick single leg squats here. Last one, watching your knee position, loading through the heel. Don't let the knees collapse. If you can hammer off 20 single leg squats, you want to make it a little bit harder, go for it. Good job. 6 to go on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here comes the fun part. So, almost a headstand push-up. Toes go on the chair. Get yourself in as much of a vertical position as possible. Head goes down as low as possible. We've got 12 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you feel your shoulders at all and they're pinching, please go to a regular push-up. Hand release all the way down to the ground, and stay away from that overhead type movement. Okay, back to your overhead squat. Right hand over left, a little bit closer this time. Feet stacked nice and wide apart. Head looking forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move forward if it's too easy. 8. Challenge yourself here. 9. 10. Nice step. Switch hands. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2 more. 2. Last one. All the way down, all the way up. Single leg squat. Try to reverse lead leg. So this time I think I'm on my left. We'll do right. Maybe it's my right. Last set we'll do left leg lead for sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. 1. Short and sweet workout. Pushing hard. 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting ready for those almost headstand push-ups. 4 to go. 1. Just brushing your bum, not actually having a seat. Last one. Headstand push-ups. Almost headstand push-ups. The more vertical you can get, the closer you are to a true headstand push-up. 12 reps. All the way down if you can. Touching that head. 4, 5, 6. Keep it going. Woo. That on this last set of your overhead squats, wall facing overhead squats, really try to push yourself even a little closer to that wall if you can. And here we go, starting for a set of 20 Last set, going as deep as you can. Remember to reset those shoulder blades. If your heels tend to drift in, try to straighten out those toes. Again, you can push your knees wider than your hips if you want. Try to keep those feet straight ahead. Core stays in tight, setting those shoulder blades down and back. Last set. Okay, switch hands. 10 to go. 9, 8, 7. Push the range. Reset those shoulders. Last 5. Last 3. Last one. Okay, single leg squats. Nice and quick on this last set. Starting with the left leg lead this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, last one, 12. Switch sides, shaking up the legs. Last 12, 1, 2, nice and quick, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, last one, 12. Incline push-ups. Again, going as deep as you possibly can. Hips are elevated. Get yourself in a good secure position. 3, 4. Aiming for 12. 4 to go. 2, 3. Last one. And we're done. Done the workout part. Into our stretches. So what I want you to do is I want you to get right back up against the wall. I want you to try and get this part of your knee. So not right on the kneecap, but kind of the top part of your knee. Wedge that right up against the wall. Maybe have your chair in close by in case you want it for a little extra support. My back toe is wedged up against, so I'm going into a really deep quad stretch here. Now, just hang out here for a second, see how that feels. And just hold that there. Driving your hip forward, gentle drawing at the belly button. If you think that you can go up just a little bit further, you can deepen into that stretch a little bit more, then you can come up using the chair or just resting on your thigh. I like to have a little bit of support through the other side, then I can determine how much or little pressure I want to put into that quad. We're going to hold that there for another 20 or so seconds before we switch to the other side. So getting a really nice deep, deep quad hip flexor stretch here. 10 more seconds. So hopefully you felt like you got a good workout, good quick workout in there, full body. And then ease back down onto your hands. Wiggle your foot back and we'll switch legs. So again, not on the kneecap, but kind of on the front part of the knee. So you really got to wedge that knee right back, and then you hop your leg forward. Use the chair for assistance if you can. Hang out down here for a second first. More than a second, more like maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20. Just judging how it feels. That should feel pretty deep for a lot of you, and that might be it. That might be as deep as the stretch goes. If and only if you feel you want to take that just a little bit deeper, then you can come up. If you want to take that chair over to the other side to help you balance, you can do that, or you can just be resting on the thigh. I like kind of the 2-point contact there personally, but again, it's a personal decision. And if you want, of course, your other option is to keep it right down low. And we got 5, 4, 3. That feels so good, nice and deep in that hip flexor and quad. And relax. Okay, and out of that stretch, and what I would like you to do is to go, we'll work on that straddle stretch we did from last time. So legs out to the side. Last time we did it more dynamic. This time you're just holding that straddle stretch. For a lot of you, this is all that we're going to do, and that's going to be enough of a stretch. If you feel you can wiggle your fingertips forward, go ahead and do so. Some of you might get your whole chest right on the ground or your forehead. Do whatever feels comfortable. Hold that. And then what I want you to make sure here as you're doing this next movement, keep both sit bones planted deep into the ground. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk over so that I'm aiming for my belly button and my chest to line up with this knee. And I'm reaching over. So now I'm feeling the stretch maybe in the left leg, maybe a little bit in the QL here. Again, for some of you, you're going to be way up here. For others, you're going to have your nose touching your knee. So go whichever level you're able to do. Again, now we're rotating over to the other side. Plant both sit bones on the ground. Try to rotate the torso over towards that extended leg. Reach forward as far as you can, but keep planting the left hip down. Left hip is anchored deep into the ground. Just have a couple more stretches to go before I let you go. And release. Okay, if you still have your elastic or rope tie handy, grab that, and you're going to place it behind your back, palms forward. I'm doubling it up. It doesn't have to be doubled. Whatever you want, just so it's nice and firm. Hands relatively close together. Pull those shoulders back, and then lift up as high up as you feel comfortable. So we're getting a nice stretch through the front of the shoulders and through the chest. 5. Core is tight. Make sure you're not overarching or over tucking the bum under. And release. And last series that we're going to do is a little bit of a neck and anterior shoulder stretch. So what I want you to do is I want you to place the back of your hand on your bum. So right mid-bum level, open up through that shoulder. And then let's go left ear to left shoulder. I'm anchoring this shoulder down as I'm also pulling it back. I'm getting a really nice stretch down in through my traps. Maybe a little bit at the front of the shoulder, but mainly through the neck and the traps here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Over to the other side. Make sure your head is up nice and tall first. Back of the hand on the bum. Drop the ear to the shoulder. I'm keeping this shoulder back and open. I'm thinking about this shoulder being pressed down and getting a nice stretch in through that trap. Great one to be doing at your desk if you're stuck at a desk all day or in between driving when you're stopped at a stoplight. I wouldn't do this moving just in case if you were to get hit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're done for the day. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for the next workout bite.